동료들 근본 없다고요. 초반이니까.
Loghain better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal. The king is depending on us.
튀어 튀어. 아이 소지포 원래 이렇게 빡빡했나?
Yes.
And I'm off. Never any shortage of these. That lever over there. Release the hound.
개 풀어라 개 풀어. 회색 감시자 신병방패를 왜 네가 갖고 있는 거죠? 이해를 할 수가 없군. 탱커들 앞으로 가세요. 아니 뭐야 뒤에서도 나오잖아. 나 어딨어? 그래도 댕댕이들 쫓아와줘서 든든하네. 소지품 스트레스 받아.
Going.
All right. And I'm off.
멍멍이? 그러네.
Too bad for you.
처음부터 이렇게 인벤토리로 압박 주는 게임이었나? 캐릭터들도 텍스처는 괜찮단 말이지. 야, 알리스터 뭐해? 빨리 메인팅해. 나 자꾸 날라다녀. 야, 알리스터 쥐어짜인다. 알리스터였던 것이 되어버렸어요.
Speaking to the here. Surely missed the signal.
And I'm off. Let's wait.
이거 이번 트 끝나면은 다친 거 풀어줄까?
Signal between the two. Too late.
네, 스토리만 보려고 난이도는 낮춰놨어요.
Sound.
어차피 옛날에 했던 거라 굳이 전투에 시간 낭비할 필요가 없어요.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
아무도 관심 안 가져줘.
your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
주인공 너무 툭하면 베끼는 거 아니야?
I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and we are in the wilds where I am bandaging your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue? The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well. All dead. Your friend has veered between denial and grief since Mother told him. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke. I do not know. She rarely tells me her plans. Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal. He is, as you are. I suppose it would be unkind to say he is being childish. I do not mind. Take your time. We are safe for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it. I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
나도 귀족인데.
I stand corrected. She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you. Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now. Are you sure you want me to describe it?
뭐길래?
I had a good view of the battlefield. 'Tis a grisly scene. There are bodies everywhere, and Darkspawn swarm them, feeding, I think. They also look for survivors and drag them back down beneath the ground. I cannot say why. If you are willing to run into the midst of the Horde, perhaps. I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it. I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
다행히 옷은 다시 입혀줬네요.
Yes.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure. Duncan's dead. The Grey Wardens. Even the King. They're all dead. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You never told us your name.
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not? Must I? Age and power are relative. It depends on who is asking. Compared to you, yes, on both counts.
Then why didn't you save Duncan? He was our leader.
I am sorry for your Duncan, but your grief must come later. In the dark shadows before you take vengeance, as my mother once said. Duty must come now. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do it?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
The throne? He's the Queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away with murder.
You speak as if he would be the first king to gain his throne that way. Grow up, boy.
If
틀린
Al
말은
Eamon
아니네.
knew what he did, he would never stand for it. The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war. I suppose. Al Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
See, there is a smart lad.
Of course! The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Warden.
징병하고 다니라고?
Now that you mention it, I do have one more thing to offer.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve? Or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite Ferelden against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Allow me to get my things, if you please.
생각보다 순수네.
I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
질문이 있는데.
I may have answers. Ask. 'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes? Mother was alone long before I came, and will be so long after I am dead. Such is her choice, though I suspect she would claim the choice was made for her. 'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your Imperial Highway where travelers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
우리 댕댕이 인상 너무 강렬하다.
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us. You won't right away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. It is important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in. They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated. From time to time, I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared. and
댕댕이 왜
knew
이렇게
me as
낑낑거리냐?
Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here. I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
알리스트를 대신할 수 있네.
Right, my cooking will kill us. That's all I meant.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking. Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned down hut.
밥 먹고 가면 안 돼?
'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
알리스터 호감도가 증가했습니다. 뭐 어차피 얘네들 그 별도로 뭐 그렇게 컨트롤할 건 아니니까요. 괜찮아. 너도 모자 쓰자. 법사 스킬 보는 창이 뭐더라? 얘는 얘는 변신 기능 있어. 왜 옛날 게임이어도 꼭 벌레는 이렇게 리얼하냐? 서양 애들은 벌레에 뭔가 좀 집착하는 게 있나? 근데 변신 트리는 내가 예전에 했던 기억이 맞으면 변신 계열은 똥이었어. 딴 건 기억 안 나도 그건 확실히 기억납니다. 변신 계열은 똥이었어요. 얘는 아마 CC기 쪽하고 변신 찍혀 있었을 건데. 나도 예전에 변신 트리 갖다 엿먹었다고. 원소 쪽으로 태워야지. 처음에 찍힌 건 좀 아깝긴 한데. 마비 좋고. 어차피 버프랑 힐은 걸어주실 분이 계시니까 굳이 신경 쓸 필요 없고, CC기랑 광역기 하나만 배우면 될 것 같아.
Have you not left yet? I hope you are not hanging about for some stew.
밥 먹고 가면 안 돼요?
Questions, questions. One would think a Grey Warden would be more interested in action. What good would it do you? You are no mage. It is sufficient that I have passed on my knowledge to Morrigan, and I pass her on to you.
Like a worn dress or an old pair of shoes.
Are you still here? You cannot give them away, apparently. Since before I was wrinkled and old. You may think it strange, but I was once young and beautiful, just as Morrigan is now. Yes, men desired Flemeth then, and some even killed for her.
공포 때문에 죽은 건 아니고요.
You will need that smart mouth for more than asking me silly questions.
죄송합니다.
Have a moment's peace for once.
I hear the peace of the grave is eternal.
This is the thanks I get for feeding you and putting up with you for this long. May your child one day treat you the same.
Feed me, she says. Without me, I swear, she shall be caked in dirt and eating tree bark inside of a month.
About the Darkspawn? Only that they are more cunning than they appear. More important by far is the Archdemon. It is the core of this taint, and while it lives, so does the Blight. This Terlogain is different. You must deal with the repercussions of his deeds before you can face the Archdemon, unless it finds you first. Then we are done. Now, if you will excuse me, I have some dinner to eat.
애들 얘기 들을 건 다 들은 것 같고. 와, 치사하게 혼자 먹으려고 문 잠가놓은 거 봐. 출가 외인이라고요? 아직 안 나갔잖아. 오늘은 시간이 늦었으니까 여기까지 하죠. 딱 튜토리얼 끝났네. 튜토리얼 지금 끝나고 이제 본격적으로 시작하겠네요. 그러면은 안녕히 주무세요.